Hi friends, Linda here. Today is one day before Midsummer and I am preparing Rasols and I am gonna be doing some piradzini, which is basically meat pies. That was down here about an hour ago. It is ready once it's double the size. And I'm thinking it's gonna be ready within half an hour. While I'm waiting for that, I have had eggs boil already and potatoes boil. I'll put the Rasols recipe in the description. But it's very, very tasty. It's better if you leave it for a day for all of the tastes to merge together, and then it tastes a lot better than just freshly made. That's why we're making it in advance. This is my big bowl and I'm gonna just throw things in. And we've been eyeballing this I've been making this since I was a small child. And my family's been perfecting the recipe. Everyone has their own recipe, every family. And if you go to different house, you might think, oh yeah, Rasols, it's fine. Some people add carrots, some people omit onions, which I don't like. It's preference. So, do you? I'm gonna chop all of this ham. It's gonna be a big batch. My mother-in-law and my brother-in-law are coming over tomorrow for free food, basically, which is great. We get to spend time as a family. She sometimes watches the videos, so hi Sally. Just do the cubes like 5 mil by 5 millimeter cubes, tiny, and be consistent throughout. So everything needs to be chopped in cubes like this. I am sorry, I am tired. Again, as if this changes anything. I just finished work and then I cleaned my office because that's my cleaning day today. This is smoked ham and you want smoked ham for this recipe. Sometimes, well, when I could I would put Brunswick ham in and that tasted amazing, but now I'm just buying like Sainsbury's own brand smoked ham because that's the cheapest one I can afford at the moment. It is very, 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 very hot today. It's over 30 degrees outside and I have had a shower already once. But now that I have been boiling and cooking in the kitchen already, it's noticeably warmer in here than it was when I started. This salad usually consists of ham, potatoes, eggs, marinated peas, pickled gherkins, sweet pickled gherkins, it needs to be sweet, and some onions, salt, mayo. I'll show you the dressing as well. You want to try to add approximately the same amount of everything in. If you have like a certain amount of ham, then aim to add the same amount of eggs, the same amount of gherkins, the same amount of peas, couple of onions, not too many because otherwise the taste is overpowering. It depends on onion. You could have one big one or, you know, like 2 small ones, and then more potato than normal. Like if you had like ham that size, then you would have like that much potato. Because meat's expensive, potato isn't. First lot done, ham's done. Now the second part is marinated peas. They're just in water. Drain them. find this the easiest. And then just put them all in. Lot number 2 done. I have sometimes seen people mix Rasols in like buckets. All of this is gonna go in as well, but this is the fiddly part where you need to cut it really finely. And don't cut your hands because this thing is slippery. They do slip around a lot. I can't tell you how many times I have accidentally snipped something off of my digits. Number 3, gherkins done. We're gonna do the eggs now, really fast. I boiled 7 eggs, and they're hard-boiled eggs, and they have been sitting in the water to cool off for about 10-15 minutes now. And I'm just gonna cut it using this thing, which is very easy and fast. One egg done. I checked my freezer and I do not have any pork filling for piradzini. So I don't have any minced pork. So I have just sent Mark off to the shop to get me a kilo. In the meantime, while he's gone, my potatoes are outside cooling off because they've been boiled, and you cannot put hot stuff in the salad. You need all of it cold. It basically is a cold salad. It sits in the fridge and just marinates within itself. Because he's getting me a kilo of pork, I will need to cut some onions, and you know what that entails? Linda's gonna go and sit outside and cry. I need an onion for this one as well, so I'm gonna cut it in the same time. Egg is all done. Mark got back and he brought me 2 pieces of minced pork, which is perfect. I have cut the onions. That was 1 large onion. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna show you. Onions in, and I'm gonna mix it all up because it just permeates the air. I just like to cover the onion so it's not exposed. With the filling, you want approximately 50-50 with onions and meat, and you want to saute the onions first. I put some oil in there first, just normal vegetable oil, it doesn't really matter. And now we're just gonna cook them until they're golden brown. Our potatoes are still cooling and our onions are going crazy on the stove and baking, making themselves really nice and golden. We're gonna make the dressing for Rasols, which is 50% of sour cream and 50% of mayo. If you add all of the mayo, it gets too rich and it's overpowering, but that's my opinion, right? As I said, everyone makes it differently, so there's no one right way. Loads of pepper, a couple of teaspoons of mustard, just plain one, no Dijon or anything like that. Be careful with the mustard because you can overdo it as well, which is not great. I know the strength of this mustard, so I have already experimented with it. And then a pinch of salt. Or maybe 2. I am all done. Potatoes have been added And I got the dressing down as well. Doesn't look like much, but we're just gonna add it. It should be tangy and kind of sweet, but kind of like mustardy. Like a weaker mayo with pepper and salt. And I know that it's a lot, but what this salad does, it actually absorbs it inside. Now the moment of truth. Can I mix this? I think I can. Potentially. Gently does it. Guess what? The dressing was not enough. It's too dry. So it needs to be like floppy and like come together. Like wet. Like approximate this kind of consistency. But all of the underside is still dry as it's coming up, as you can see. See? Dry. Maybe we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. I got panicked there for a second. It's perfect. And now, cling film on this one, and it can go into the fridge to rest until tomorrow. Because it's not gonna taste really nice now. It doesn't have that tanginess yet. I think it is the gherkins infusing the acidity into everything else, and then mayo being like pulled apart and into everything else as well. Yeah, it tastes really good together. I made the filling as well. There we go. It is draining at the moment. It needs to be completely cold, because if you have the dough and if you fold it in and if it's hot, then the fat will get into the seams and your seams will not seal. And if they don't seal, no good. I'll show you the dough. I basically beat it down once already, and this is the second time. It's back up. It's ready to go. So the last thing I need to do is just wait for this to be a little bit cooler than it is now. It's still really warm. It's now 6 o'clock and I have walked to this forest-like place around my house. Well, it's in the walking distance. It takes about 35 minutes to walk here. And we are here for ferns, which I already saw in the corner. And there are some more, these things. I just need a couple. Some nettles. And then some rowan branches, which are gonna be somewhere around here. I'm just trying to pick a tree that doesn't look like it will miss for small branches. But yeah, ferns. I have my basket with me. Hopefully it will all fit. And then if we have enough time, I want to pick some daisies or some flowers or anything like that, just to to weave a crown. But that's optional. And then I need to clean my house today, and I have work. I don't know when I'm gonna make it all this happen, but I will. I definitely will. And then I'm keeping an eye out for fallen branches. So basically they're managing this woodland, and I got my bird perches here, and my friend saw them and she has cockatiels too. She was like, oh, could you make me one? So I'm looking for a tree that might fit all of the characteristics of a good perch, that is not a poisonous tree to the birds, and it's been recently felled, so I can take the bark off, but I can't see any. So we're just gonna go around and look at things. Look what I found in my travels. That's chamomile. I am not gonna pick it from here, but it's good to know that it is ready. There are some crows having fun. This is afternoon now. I have been working all day and I just finished cleaning the house. Here's my ferns and my bouquet of flowers, and then I went and picked some daisies as well. I'm gonna make a crown. I have prepared my meat pies. There they are, little pretty ones. And I have Rasols in my fridge, and then I have shashliks there. I'm thinking about going outside and sitting in the garden for this. I do not know if my in-laws will like it, so I will try. That's my rowan branch. It's against bad luck. And there's nettles around the floor, around the door, so that when people who wish you unwell get stung when they come inside on the Midsummer, because there's a lot of people usually coming in and out. Okay, I am gonna go and get the table ready, and they're gonna be here in like 10 minutes. Bye friends, thanks for hanging out with me, and hope you have a really nice day with nature and bringing nature in your home, or just having a really nice walk and just like breathing it in. Yeah, this is day to feel closer to nature and to family. Bye!